I got 10 NBA players with weird mannerisms. These aren't flaws, they're not nitpicks, they're just unique things guys in the league do, and we're starting off with Josh Hart, who literally only dribbles with his left hand. Okay, maybe not literally, but pretty much, and you can see it especially in transition. It doesn't matter what side of the floor he's on. I actually think he's more likely to do it when he's on the right side of the court. He just will not switch that ball over to the right hand, and it's for a good reason, because notice the footwork on these finishes. He's going off the wrong foot for a righty layup. It's that pound dribble into the 1-2, and when I tell you he does this on basically every break, I'm not exaggerating. It is like death and taxes you can count on. This move kind of makes it look like he's gonna go left, but then he gathers and explodes right, and the crazy thing is he's one of the better transition players in the league, and it's partly because he has this unorthodox, totally unstoppable move. I think the question is, will defenses ever catch on, or will Josh Hart be scoring this way until the end of time? I think my money's on Hart. Next one's SGA being maybe the worst in the league at attempting half-court shots, or just heaves in general. He's either 8 feet short on these or throwing it so hard he looks like it might break the backboard. And you'd think for a guy this good at basketball, he'd have some sort of touch or feel on these, and he's getting enough attempts up, trust me, but it's like he's a god in every other aspect of the sport, but then he tries a heave and you're like, huh, he must be new to the game. He's still learning. He'll get it. And no, I don't think he will get it. It's extremely strange, and every time I see him badly miss one, I get a kick out of it. I think he maybe just needs to spend like 1 hour or like a couple hours one day just grinding these shots. Could help. I don't know. This one's a fan favorite, and it's Huff going for reverse dunks at every possible opportunity. Sometimes it makes sense because of where his momentum takes him and it's just quicker to reverse it, but let's be real, for the most part this is totally just showing off, like full on showmanship, get the crowd involved, and I know that because he pulls some of these out when it's fully unnecessary. And like right here, Sabonis is kind of still in the play, could maybe affect the shot, but Huff's like, nah, this feels like a reverse to me. Also, me personally, I've never seen him miss one of these. I'm guessing he's missed one at some point, but also maybe not, because he's Huff and this is what he does, and he's very confident in these, and it's basically second nature to him at this point. I love it. Next one, Nesmith taps his right foot before he shoots. And Doris Burke called this out during the finals, and people were like, shut up, Doris, who cares? What a dumb thing to say during the finals. But I was sitting there in amazement because I love this stuff, and I fact checked it, and it's true. Look at that. He's tapping the toe. It's not every time by any means, but he does it enough that it's a real thing. Obviously, he won't do it when he's got to shoot super quickly, but when he has time, when he's trying to set his feet, that toe is getting tapped. And it's not like an insane thing to do. I'm sure it helps with his rhythm, and other players might even do it too, but his is pretty obvious, and it is interesting. He just does this naturally, almost like a little tick, you know, but a good one, I think. Here's a quick bonus one. This is my all-time favorite by far, no contest. Alex Caruso wipes his head here and then rubs his hands together to get the sweat onto his hands, and I only have one clip of this, but I promise he's done it more than once, and I almost think it's unfair. It's a competitive advantage, right? Only bald players can do this. He's getting the perfect amount of moisture on his hands, and other guys are just out here dry-handed. This is not fair. The league may need to step in, maybe. Imagine he wasn't allowed to do this, and then he just didn't get a steal for like months, and he's like, yeah, you know, the ball just slips out of my hands now. I gotta adjust. Next to the young king, Holland, who has this weird standing straight up, stiff kind of looking posture when he dribbles or runs, and he's an incredible athlete. Like, covers ground like crazy, very good defender. He moves better than 99% of human beings, yet at the same time, doesn't it look like he's still learning to use his legs a little bit? It looks to me like he just started running a couple days ago, and I haven't heard anyone else talk about this, so maybe I'm the only one who sees it, but he just looks like a little baby deerish to me, like a kid who's still growing or something. Am I going nuts here or what? All right, this one's not so much a mannerism as it is like a shot preference, but Mikal Bridges opts for this little running fadeaway jumper when I think most players would probably just go up for a layup. I know this annoys Knicks fans a little bit, but he makes the shot, and honestly, it usually makes sense. It's not like he's passing up wide open layups for a fadeaway. It's just sometimes it looks like he could lay it up and he doesn't. Like this one against the Pacers. I think most guys put this back up right away, or maybe try a floater, but Mikal loves these little fadeaways, and to be honest, I got absolutely no issues with this. I know sometimes it looks bad, but I think if you slow it down, it actually usually makes more sense than you think. Here's a great one. Kornet, after he makes a big play or a hustle play or something, literally starts barking because he's a dog, get it? And it was kind of a team-wide chemistry boost for Boston whenever Luke did this. Like, the whole bench starts barking, everybody's exciting, it was great, just team chem plus 10 every time. I do wonder if he'll bring this to San Antonio, or if it was just a joke and an inside thing with that Celtics group. I'm a Celtics fan, so I will miss the Luke barking, and we will miss you overall, Luke, although I can't can't wait to see a Kornet Wemby Twin Towers lineup. I hope he gets Wemby barking. That would be incredible. Similar to Caruso wiping the head sweat, but Miles Turner licks his fingers before or in between his free throws. And this is unique, but it's not that weird. Like, it makes sense. People lick their thumb to turn the page of a book, but I think Turner does this like every time without fail. And again, you gotta wonder, if this was outlawed, would he ever make a free throw again? I don't know. I'm not so sure. And on a similar note, if you watch Josh Hart throughout a game, he has the opposite strategy. He'll wipe his hands on his jersey and his chest constantly, just trying to get the sweat off his hands. And he'll even do this in the middle of a free throw routine. Watch this. Wipe the left hand, 3 dribbles, wipe the other hand, now shoot. That's a crazy thing to work into a routine. It almost feels like a little OCD-ish, maybe, like he's just conditioned his mind to do that. We'll finish it off with an absolute classic. I don't think he's been doing it recently, but Al Horford aggressively ducking from an air ball or a brick. This is a great one to pull out in like an intramural game or a men's league, or if you're playing with your friends, maybe just try to demoralize them and make them feel so embarrassed and scared every time they shoot. Again, another member of the Celtics that's going to be sorely missed. This roster is decimated, but that's a story for another day. Al will do great things with the Warriors. With that said, if you guys can think of any other NBA players with weird mannerisms or weird flaws or weird ticks, let me know in the comments. And as always, any likes or comments are hugely appreciated, and I will see you in the next one.